Hello, my ladies and pretty gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Look What Is Happening in the Spiritual Realm with yours truly, Light. Today, I've got a message about short end of a stick. And as I was getting ready today, I heard a very interesting concept that is going to tie together with this message today. There is a lot of energy of pride and a very uncomfortable truth that is being dug up in the collective right now. But the one thing that Spirit was pointing to me was this concept of like an all goodness. I'm going to explain this. When you, my dear lovers, show up in people's lives, this is a concept that I've been trying to understand for a long time. Why do the chosen ones get rejected? Why do they get treated in a weird way? Why do people not just pull back, but why do they mistreat the chosen ones? And this is the thing I understood. There is a concept of goodness or a balance that needs to be restored. So more so often when you enter someone's life, right, there is an overdose of what they didn't expect that they receive. Like an overdose of this unconditionality, if that's even a word, that they may not have experienced, that all of a sudden they get to experience. So when that happens, that goodness overflows or it pours into other people around them. And this is where the illusion takes place. This is where the quote enemy or whatever, I don't really believe in those things in this channel if you know me, takes a hold of people and they start to operate in their lower nature because they genuinely don't see you, because that energy, that overdose has to be poured out to the people around them. So what that means is that the people around them that might not be operating from a higher timeline can momentarily, while you're in their presence, while you're in this whole sphere, this karmic sphere or whatever, those people end up looking positive. You raise the frequency or you raise the standard of everyone around said person. You make everybody seem like they're palatable, they're good. Like they've got, like you cast such a wide shadow, or like the light is so bright that it overcomes or it just blankets over everybody else. And so this is why people feel like they have an abundance of options all of a sudden when you're around. They feel like, like it can't be you. Like all of a sudden things are going good in their life because of that abundance of positive karmic energy overflowing and pouring into the things that around them, the people around them. And more so often, if some people around them have bad intentions, which is what we're going to be talking about today, they use this flood, this wave for their benefit. And the people that are kind of like either backing away from you or mistreating you or kind of like pushing you aside, they don't really see it coming. They actually are swayed where they believe that this person that's using this positive karmic or dharmic swing is actually for them. And this is where we find ourselves this time and this timeline, is this awakening, this rude awakening that's taking place for this said energy that whoever it is in your life, it could be a friend, an acquaintance, an ex, whatever it is in your life, this person finds themselves carrying or having a very short end of the stick. And it's very funny, as I like to say, because this person believed that you were carrying the short end of the stick, and that is why they've been sort of living in a nonchalant or somewhat like whatever kind of way, because this is the part of their shadow that they don't see. It's that they don't really care if their life is positive or negative. They have a tendency of weighing their experiences or what they have in their life as positive, so long as they're not the ones being discarded, so long as they're not the ones that are being like, microscopically looked at or shunned on, or as long as they get to sort of scathe by in that middle nice comfortable crevice of society, this person they're not really in touch with who they are and what it is that they want to experience or express in this world. Like they have a attachment to a safety zone, this energy that we're going to be talking about, just to give you clarity. I don't know, I feel very jazzed up today. But anyway, they felt like they got away with like a good deal. This is what I'm getting. And the whole time, this energy felt, I don't know if they felt somewhat sorry for you, or they felt like you were like suffering or something like that, because they didn't know the person that they were associating with actually had really dark intentions, until your energy or that light that you cast was very, very far away from these energies. Once it's so far away, the truth is glaringly obvious, is what I'm hearing. Like, the truth of who these people are dealing with and what their intentions are is so glaringly obvious. And now this energy who's obsessed with having a comfort zone, with being like, it's one of those energies when like when you're in school, they don't really necessarily want to be the A plus student, but they don't want to be the one with the F. They want to be like the one with like the B plus, like the one that's like, you know what I mean? Like, I got it. Like, I'm good. Like that energy. And I feel like spirit wants to sort of pull this person out of their comfort zone, because they're not living in their truth. They're not living in their honest truth. At the very least, the person that's using them, or that kind of use that positive energy that you brought for their own benefit, that person is living in their truth. Because what this energy is finding out is that they have people that they care about, this energy. Like, they have a support system. They don't really love them or appreciate them in the way that they thought they were appreciated and loved. They thought that they had played the game right. That's what I'm hearing. Like, they thought they played the game right, that they were, and these are multiple energies, by the way, that they were in a safe zone, and you weren't. And I'm getting like spirit is actually showing them the reverse. Like, you're actually the one who got away. You're the one who dodged a bullet, even if you got hurt in the situation. And they're the ones who are actually in a deep, deep muddle, and they didn't even know their enemies were like their besties or their loved one or whatever, however it's describing in this sphere. So this is what I'm hearing. This energy is in a crossroad right now. And for some of you, they may not be in that situation at all. And if they are, they're feeling a sense of like vengefulness, and not, yes, towards this person that they might be involved with, or this energy that they might be involved with. It could look like even a familial like situation. It could look like a work situation, but I'm getting strongly like a familial friendship kind of situation. So they feel a sense of like vengefulness, like they don't really feel obligated to treat this person with kindness and respect. But the thing that this energy has to understand is that they weren't even with this person or with this energy because they cared. They were there because they felt like it wasn't the short end of the stick. Do you see? Like, this is a kind of energy that's like, I want to save myself and throw people under the bus as I do so. Like, I don't care kind of energy. But what they're realizing is that you're actually a very solid person, because that goodness that you bring, right, that overflow of positive energy tends to cascade over to other people and make other people look good. Spirit gave me like perfect description for this. Like, it's one of my like lingos that I just use to describe these energies. I'll remember it next time. But that overflow of positive energy, people can easily like blanket themselves with it and kind of hide in the light. That's what I'm hearing. Like, people hide in the light of your presence. And this energy couldn't tell it apart. They couldn't tell the fake one from the real one. And now it's like, now as I've described in my blog, the Joker or the Enigma, there is an explosive energy of like departure. There's an explosive growth to a different direction. Like, a lot of you aren't even stopping to check on people anymore. You're not stopping to give people a second, third, maybe like benefit of the doubt. Like, let's see, like, I know you're going through something, but I'm going to help you, blah, blah, blah. None of that is happening anymore. It's almost like this right now. And as that's happening, this energy is realizing that you're not the one holding the short end of the stick, that you are actually a real one, and they couldn't tell it apart. It's so crazy because it's like they couldn't tell it apart. This is the rude awakening that I'm talking about. They couldn't tell you apart. Like, they didn't understand the weight of the light that you carry, and how you obliterated the surroundings in a way, like you made everybody look good. Like that's, I'm sorry to say that. You made everyone look good. And it felt like there was an abundance of positive energy around this person. Like, oh, this person is good to me. That person's good. God damn, I've got so much going on. Like that. And now that you're so far, it's like the truth is so glaringly obvious that this person cannot help. It's because I mentioned there's this pride energy. And a lot of it has to do with Mars retrograde in Leo. Leo, okay? Rawr. So there's a lot of pride energy. And mind you, in May, it's going to be in Cancer. So that pride is going to turn into an emotional overflow of like, I need to do something, but like I feel sorry for myself at the same time. But right now it's pride. It's like a strong sense of pride to the point where it's like, how dare you, my dear lover, be who you are? Like they can't seem to crack the fortitude of your image. And it's so much clearer now that you're so far away, because all that light is just yours. Like you're hogging your light right now. And I feel like a lot of you are being called to do that, hogging your light and being very careful with it. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, because a lot of people are feeling so emotional. They're feeling so vengeful. They're feeling like, you know, they can see exactly where they're sitting. That's what I'm seeing. And you may have had the illusion that you were in a bad position, or you were like kind of abandoned or left with a very short end of the stick, but you're actually going to start seeing that you had dodged a lot of bullets. Even if you ended up getting hurt in some way, you had dodged a lot of bullets. And people are seeing you that way too. Like they're seeing that you made the hard decisions, that they thought that they were being safe, but actually that safety came at a very great cost. And now is when they're seeing the cost. And it's first hitting their pride, the image that they try to maintain. It's first hitting that image. So this energy, this is what I'm hearing. God, I'm a blabbermouth today. This energy, like I talked about in the blog, right, is the affianced-ish. Okay, these energies can be very split hair, stream-like, but it's the affianced-ish, or is this person that didn't understand the karmic cycles that they were in, but now they're seeing it. Like these energies are now, or this person in your life, whatever was, it's a was situation, a lot of wases, is seeing that, damn, they're in a karmic cycle. Like they're seeing it for what it is. And as I mentioned in the blog, they might be going through the first phase of like losing identity with themselves and feeling very stuck. I did mention this. It's like the past identities that they've held, they cannot access them anymore. They're almost locked away from them because they weren't even who they were. Like this is the time when this person is being stripped away from who they think they were or what they wanted to present themselves to be. And it's a very painful cycle because a part of them wants to blame the person that used your light to kind of swap images with you, or to take that opportunity and to like cascade, to be the one that convinced this energy that they were something that they weren't, for them, specifically for them. Because this person could actually, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to confuse the video. We're not doing that. So in this crossroads, this person is trying everything that in the book, right? Everything in the book. And for some of you, it could include witchcraft. I'm just going to say it because it's in the energy. For some of you, it could include that. Very few. But for others of you, this is the kind of energy that's using everything in the book to not see you correctly. Boom. Like the image has been shattered. Like the false facade. Because your light can be very blinding. That it can literally make people not see you. And in fact, people around that have a lot more shadows can absorb that light and reflect back to the people that may not be knowledgeable enough about this karmic cycle. They can reflect back your image, kind of momentarily wearing or cloaking themselves as you. And this is what happened to this person. Now they're seeing the truth and they don't want to see it. And I heard this yesterday. It's like, why am I so obsessed with you? I don't know why I'm so obsessed with you. Like, that's the thing. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with you is what I heard, quote from quote. And that's what this energy is going through. And I feel like for a lot of you, you are simply a calling for them to actually receive who they are. like to come out of it, come out of this a-hole that they've been stuck in, because their attitude is very, very awful about like believing that they're okay as long as they didn't get the short end of the stick. But we're not going to get into that, nook and cranny. What I'm hearing though is that in some way they're actually angry at you for being a solid and real person, because they can't have you. And what you have to understand is when this energy around them, when you were there and the whole light thing happened, the energy around them knew that you would never give this energy a second chance. They knew that if something was destroyed, if the path was destroyed, it will remain destroyed. And that was their motivation. And I feel like this person is seeing that for what it is. That was the motivation, was that this person kind of saw you as, this was supposed to be the first thing I said, but this person who cloaked themselves as whatever they wanted to look like, right? Because of that abundance of light. They wanted you to be betrayed. Specifically, they wanted you to feel betrayed and be betrayed because you challenged something about their ego and their pride. This is what I'm hearing. This could be a person that you don't even know towards a mutual friend that you had, or a mutual ex, a mutual something. It's a person that you don't even know, who may know you, or who may have been told about you by this person, by this friend of yours or something. And they immediately used that opportunity to test the boundaries, or to test how strong of a person they are, to make themselves feel like they're worthy of a lot more. If you were to be betrayed, that they could actually put themselves on a higher plane. And this is how this person operated. This is where the shadow side of theirs was disguised, because of that abundance of light that came in when you were present. And this is what I'm getting today. Try not to argue with people. I know you've heard that a lot, but I'm going to make a separate video about something that's really annoying me. But until next time, I hope this resonated. Please let me know. And I don't reach out. Those are scammers. They never give up. They never give up. Everything you need to know is in the description box down below. My blog is in the description box. My poetry book is in the description box. And yes, I'm a very sick person. Thank you very much. Until next time. Ciao.